evening, everyone. I'm Kanami Sugisaki. And first of all, I want you to just close your eyes, and imagine donuts in your mind. They look so good and beautiful. Thank you. Open your eyes. And maybe most of you think this kind of image. But have you ever thought, why do donuts have holes? Probably no, right? And in our daily life, we often get this kind of very small but interesting question. But also, we never get the answer because we are so busy. So we just thought question, but soon forget question itself. But this time, I did research and I could get the answer. And when I thought about donuts, I just standing in bakery and look around, and I noticed that not only donuts, bread have very different shapes. And why? I thought. So today, I will introduce the 6 different shaped bread, and I made 3 groups. First group is physical reason, and the second group is the cultural reason, and finally the hidden meaning. And each group has a common reason. First, physical reason. The donuts. Why they have holes in the middle? And this is because the people wanted to bake donuts evenly. And if they don't have holes, it's very difficult to heat the inside of donuts. Sometimes the donut is still raw, so they made a hole in the donut, and people can bake donuts evenly. And bucket, and they have the cut line on surface. But why? And this is because the characteristic of bucket. The outside is so hard, but inside is soft. So when the bread have hard, that's very difficult to write. So people made a cut line on surface, and the bucket is easy to write. So this group, that each of them have a physical reason. Donuts have holes because people wanted to bake evenly, and bucket, the people made a cut line because the people wanted to bake rice bucket perfectly. And second, the cultural reason. First, I talk about naan. Naan, when we always eat naan with curry, so we can easy to guess that naan from India. And when people bake naan, they use tandoor. Tandoor is very traditional Indian oven. So when people bake naan, they put the inside of tandoor. So if they don't have a flat shape, they're very difficult to stick to oven and very easy to fall into the fire. So the naan have a flat shape. And next, corn bread. The corn bread is very popular in Japan, and this is because the corn bread is originated in Japan. And when in Western country, when people wanted to bake the chocolate bread, they just the chocolate and dough and mix and bake like this. Or they just put chocolate cream the outside of bread like this. But Japanese people, first they bake bread shaped like a shell, and they fill chocolate cream inside of the bread. And this is related with Japanese traditional sweets, manju. And Japanese people have got the idea from manju to bake bread, corn bread. And they both have the same structure, like that they have the sweet bread, and the inside of it, they have sweet filled, like this. And finally, the hidden meaning. First, epi bread is like this, and epi means wheat in French. wheat. So the hidden meaning of epi bread is harvest wheat. Because wheat is very important to bake bread, and the French people almost eat every day bread. So the epi bread, the hidden meaning is harvest wheat. And finally, I will talk about pretzel. Pretzel is invented by Italian monk, and he wanted to bake bread to his young student. So he wanted to represent the people crossed arm, because the crossed arm was the traditional praying posture. So the hidden meaning of pretzel is bread. Okay, let's move on to summary part. In physical reason group, I talked about the donuts and bucket, and cultural reason, I talked about the naan and cornbread. And the hidden meaning group, I talked about the epi bread and pretzel. And I discovered that some bread have cultural and physical and hidden meaning. But that this is not I really discovered. The bread is not the reason I'm talking today. That I really discovered is the importance of ask why to the small question, and the research about that small question. And remember, my very first question was, why do donuts have holes? And that was a small question. But I could learn so much interesting information from that small question. So, if you get the very small question like me, don't leave it. Just pick it up and research it. For example, why the onigiri is translated to English rice bowl. Rice bowl. Bowl is like this, but onigiri is triangle. So why? And why Japanese people call pochi to dog. And we never call tama to dog. Why? And why American university students have interested in boating, but we Japanese students have not interested in boating. Why? So we are students, so we have time to research or learn something. So I want you to please find your own question and chase your answer. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation. And now I'd like to have a question from the audience. Do you have any questions to presenters? Please raise your hand.
Raise your hand if you've got a question.
Don't be nervous.
Thank you for your presentation. Thank you. How about melon pan? Melon pan?
Yes, I want to know.
Very interesting question. And melon pan is, I know the answer. Melon pan is originated in Japan, and they have a cut line on surface, and they look like melon. And the color, they have a very green color, and that is like melon. So the melon pan is that represent that shape of melon.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Is there anyone else wanna have a...
We've got a question at the back.
Thank Thank you very much for the very interesting presentation. And my question is there any particular skills to not to forget those small daily questions?
I think, yeah, we just suddenly get that like small question. So that time, that when you get the question, just memo in the iPhone or just why this is why, and you can remember.
Thank you very much. So keep it on your smartphone.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
or taking a note. So,
Do you have any questions?
I think we have a quick question here. Anybody else? People are getting a bit shy up here. Well, yes, Ariel. Well done, Ariel.
Hi. My very important question is, what is your favorite donut?
that's a difficult question for me because I love donuts, but especially I like the very simple, like old-fashioned donut. Yeah, that is terrible. Yeah, the simple is the best, I think. So my favorite donut is old-fashioned. Thank you for your question.
Thank you so much. So, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.